Today we're gonna start, first things first, with our ham. So here's our bone-in little ham we got. Gonna set this up, season it up, throw it on the Traeger, about 225 for about an hour and a half. These are pre-cooked, like I'm sure a lot of you guys will have. So let's get down to it. There we go. And then we need... Okay, for these hams, what's up, Gamer Face? How's it going, buddy? Timmy boy. So this we're gonna glaze up. We're gonna season it up before we throw it on the Traeger at 225 for about an hour and a half. Get that nice and covered, because when it goes on the Traeger, on the grill, you want it to, get nice and crispy. So you're gonna start with a good little coating of oil. And then this is the rest of my honey habanero. I've been going through some things, been thinking, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, my man. Don't ever, go get some help, my friend. I deal with bipolar and also ADHD, and I've had to go through some battles myself. So don't, go talk to your parents. Get the help you need, brother. Like, for real. You don't wanna leave it. Don't wanna chance it. I would go get the right help. So here's the honey barbecue rub that we're gonna put on first after we've oiled it up. Okay, we want that to also stay. Gonna get you guys in a little bit better of a position. Let's see, that should be a little bit better. There we go. So we're gonna start with our ham. Get this nice and covered before we throw it on the grill. This we're gonna throw on at 225. And Timmy, if you, if you're going through it, you gotta talk to someone, brother. I've went through it, and it's never a fun place to be, but dude got some things. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. And then, so this is a little cayenne pepper. Woo. There's a lot of fat in a ham. Well, maybe not that much fat, but after we throw it on the Traeger for a while, parents, I'm really sorry, bro. You'll get through it. Go talk to somebody. And then I'm going to be glazing it up with this apple pie syrup. So that's going to take a lot of the heat out of it. When you have the, throw it on the Traeger, you got this going on, glazing it up. So this is super simple since it's already cooked. You just want to get a good amount of seasoning on it. Get her nice and seasoned up before you throw it on. Make sure you get the bottom here too. I injected this one up before it was smoked. So it's got some good flavor right through it. And then that there is gonna sit and just get tacky, and we're gonna move on to my favorite part of the meal, of any holiday meal, for sure. It's definitely our roast. Ham's one thing, it's great, don't get me wrong, but the roast, I'm not a huge turkey guy, so I can't say that I love the turkey part. Ooh, forgot to throw on the other camera. Can't say I love the turkey part, but for roast, that's one of my absolute favorites. And I would say that's definitely, look at the marbling through there. Look at that. That is genuinely beautiful. It's got some great marbling. That's one that I could stare at all day. Okay, so for this, we're gonna keep it super simple. I got some garlic here. I'm gonna cut some little spheres of garlic, you know, some little arrows of garlic, I guess you could say. We're gonna cut the roast open, you know, toss it right in there. And then we're gonna make a herb and garlic, fresh herb and garlic, a little bit of oil, coat it all up before we throw that on the trigger as well. Just at, you know, the 200 to 225. I don't want to cook it right through. I just want to get some good smoky flavor to it. Is my plan. Usually I'd smash these, make them a lot easier to peel, but I want to keep them, these ones intact anyways. It's hard with these gloves to peel these things. What you do for show business, I tell ya. Okay, yeah, got it pretty. Oh, there we go. Come on, just that little bit extra. And then after this, my next video, I'm gonna do cheddar cornbread. So you're gonna take this, look at that. That marbling is beautiful. That is what you wanna see out of your roast. It's nice and squishy, you know, nice sirloin. I usually go bone in, you know, but that's what they had at the butcher today, so that's what we're getting. So I just cut mine into slices, or sorry, my garlic into slices, just so when you push them in, they stay in and go in nice and easy. Kind of want to keep them almost spear-like. See those ones? You cut those in half. Got some spheres, some spearsies. See? And then I like to do, so say one here, one here. Get these ones in. Boop. Just slides right in like butter. That's how you know another way you got a really good roast is how easy these things push in, because you don't want to, like, I don't like to make a whole bunch of big cuts and like force them in. You know, there's some roasts that you get that they just don't want to go in. That one's in, maybe one here on the side. And also, like, I don't cutting up, well, not cutting up, but I don't like stabbing it too much, just because the more you cut up your piece of meat, kind of the more you're gonna, oh, let's make sure I got it in the hole there, but the more moisture that's gonna come out of it. That's what they say anyways. So you just want nice little cuts. That's why I'm also using this knife with a point like that. Makes it really easy, real good sharp knife. Onto this side, just got 2 left. So we do 2 on each end, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, around, and then that will give you kind of the interior garlic that you want. Hey, if you're not a huge garlic person, I get that too. You don't have to do it. Then you just want to give it a little squeeze, kind of seal those up. Okay, now on to the fun part. And I do get that this is dirty, but so we are going to, in the name of health, we're going to change out the gloves. What's going on, buddy? How are you, Allie? No deleting anybody today. We're going to switch out our cutting board as well, keep things nice and clean. And then for this, got some garlic. So this is going to be our garlic and herb crust that we're going to put on. So let's go. We got our little tiny little baby here. This one's super easy to clean, comes apart like nothing. Gonna grab a couple more pieces of garlic. And then here we go. 1, 2, about 3 pieces of garlic for a roast that size. I'm gonna do garlic, rosemary, thyme, a little bit of my salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. Because once you get her, once it goes in the Traeger, gets that nice smokiness, you know, you're gonna want that flavor. This flavor is everything. Okay, and this, just gonna take a couple of these sprigs, crack them, and then you don't want this big stick in it. You can always throw this. I know a lot of people kind of take this, put it into the roast if you want, get that little bit extra flavor. So we're going rosemary first. There we go. This is pretty dried rosemary. I'm not gonna lie, this has been sitting in the fridge for a little bit. Ooh. So it's kind of going everywhere, but that's life. And it's gonna soak up the oil that I'm gonna put in here as anyways. So I'm not too worried about it. I bought it like a week ago. I'm surprised it was already. Okay, let's clean that up. Now we got our thyme. Do you have time for the thyme? Okay. And this, you just wanna pull off any of these little ones. You don't really want the stems in there. A couple stems, you know, I'll show you the difference. Like if you pull this, see that really thin stem? If the top of that comes off, it's one thing. But if the bottom kind of root comes off, you definitely want to pick that out, because that will get stuck in someone's teeth or mouth, or you'll have your grandma getting mad because you messed up the roast. I'm just gonna pull, 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 pull. Okay, next one. Pull in, pull in. Get a few more in there. Because this is just going on the outside of a roast. You know, this roast is not a big one, but the meat on the inside, it obviously has no seasoning. You're not seasoning the inside of a roast, so all the flavor and all the seasoning you're gonna get is, you know, is gonna be on the outside. So you got to make sure, you know, if it's a little bit under seasoned on the outside, by the time you hit the middle, you aren't really gonna have too much love inside there. You know what I mean? So nobody wants a bland roast. Okay. Okay, that's one. So first things first, we're going to season up just this. So this is my salt, pepper, garlic rub. I'm just gonna give a little bit on each side. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna grab gloves before I do that, because it's just that much easier to clean my hand. Slash, you don't really have to clean your hand after. And this is also, so we're gonna mix for the ham, we're gonna do, so this is whiskey barrel aged maple syrup and a little bit of the apple pie syrup. So that's why it's got some heat on it. I put on some cayenne pepper. And the reason I salt this first with a little bit of rub is because I want the first layer to be salt so it penetrates, and then the herb crust, and then maybe a little bit, you know what, we're gonna toss a little, obviously we're gonna toss a little seasoning in there. Okay, now the fun part, we got, actually that one's out. Ooh, the movie magic, can't do it here. Okay, we got that. And for our crust, we got our olive oil right here. Usually I can just edit this, not when it's live. Okay, so you're just gonna fill her with the olive oil. That's also gonna crust on the roast and give it, you know, especially when, so I'm gonna put it on the Traeger, low and slow, you know, let everything melt into it for, you know, till it's about 225. And this is red wine vinegar. You don't have to go crazy expensive on the red wine vinegar. You know, it's like balsamic vinegar. There's ones that are, you know, up to $100 a bottle, or there's stuff like this. At the end of the day, season it right, it all tastes the same. Maybe if you're just having it with, okay, everyone, let me see, try to be quiet here. There we go. Still want it a bit chunky. Let's see, that looks, a couple extra just for good measure. And I'm gonna take that part out. Here's our roast. And then with your clean hand, grab your jar. And pat it in with your other. See, this makes pretty much just the right amount for this roast. And that little bit of vinegar is just gonna give it a little pop, but it's not gonna pre-cook the meat, you know, get weird on the outside. So this is a bit sloppy, but I don't know, it's also pretty fun to do. So this, now we're gonna clean. Put these over here so I can clean them after. And then these two go on, I'll bring you guys out with me, but these two are gonna go on the Traeger together. So, and then I'm just gonna leave this in the bowl until I take it out. And then I will actually bring you guys, let me see if I can do this. Hold on. I'll bring you guys out with me. So there we go. That's our herb crusted beef, New York strip. This is our ham. So this ham's gonna go on, they're both going on the Traeger together. This, I'm just gonna rotate a little bit. I might just let it come up to temperature a little bit more. And then as we do that, we're gonna step into, because then I'll bring you guys out when I put this all on. Because I'm also gonna put my vegetables on the Traeger as well. Just give me 1 second just to do a quick little wipe down. Keep this party rocking. And then, so we're gonna come through here, just give it a quick wipe. So our ham's gonna be brushed every about 20 minutes with our syrup. So we got apple pie syrup, and then we also have maple syrup that is aged in whiskey barrels, so it gives it a real nice flavor. And I'm also gonna use a red wine vinegar to help that out. What do we got? What do you think in there? Next thing we got, I already got her prepped up, so it's nice and easy. Everybody remembers the Brussels sprouts they ate as a kid, the under-seasoned, thrown in, you know, tossed or boiled with a little bit of butter. Everyone kind of hid them for the dog, or, you know, that's what I did anyways, threw them under the table for the pup. You guys know. So this one we're gonna do, I think it is a million times better. So right here we just have our Brussels sprouts and garlic that are already kind of pre-chop those up for you guys. Make things a little quicker. And then this is where a little bit of heat comes in. So we're just going to so this is how I chop my jalapenos. You guys can do it however you'd like, but I do my jalapenos, so I just go one on top, rotate, 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 and then now that you've done that, you get perfect little nice cubes. Because I like my Brussels sprouts a little bit spicy. And then from here, super simple, olive oil. You can add red chili flakes if you want, if you don't have jalapenos, again with the red wine vinegar. Just gonna throw that in. And then this is gonna go on a grate in the Traeger as well. So just a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic. It's gonna cook down, and then I'm gonna finish them by broiling them and hitting them with some hot honey. So I'm gonna get this all ready, and I'll show you guys right now how I do up the hot honey. Another super easy recipe, because you know when you're doing the holiday recipes, you're cooking for the whole fam. You know, there's one thing about you want it to taste delicious, but you also want to kind of hang out with your family. Well, I don't know. If you have a great family, you kind of want to hang out with them. Some families, I know, they just want to hang out in the, or my friends, they just want to hang out in the kitchen because their families are a little bit much. But if you want to hang out with your family, this is a great hot honey recipe. That's really good, super, super easy to do. I actually developed one of my spices around this recipe just so it makes it even easier for me, because my son, he is a hot honey fanatic. So this is Orchard Blossom Honey. I think we got it when we were up in Kelowna. So just go in with the honey, make a decent little sized batch every time I make it. Have it on pizza, have it on, you know, all the goods. This you can also, if you want, I'll use it to glaze the hams up as well. Okay, where is that I'm looking for? Okay. This is it. So this is my honey habanero. Don't believe him, he cooks only to have those bottles on the table legally. Don't believe him, he cooks only to have those bottles on the Oh, no, man. I haven't drank in like 2 years. Look, you can read it right there. I wouldn't hide it, man. I haven't had a drink in years. There you go. Just if anybody's wondering, you guys can even look it up. Even look up the company. There's no reason for me to lie. So, okay, so back to it. This is the samples that I got going. This is my honey habanero rub. So it's got honey sugar in it, some habanero powder, Kashmiri chili powder. It's got some good heat to it. Some say extra spicy. Some say, depends on who you ask. But it has, I don't know, people love it, so. And it's really easy to make the hot honey with it, since it's already kind of pre-done. I like my hot honey a little hotter, and this gives it a little different color too, with a little more red in the cayenne. And then with honey, with savory, you just need a little bit extra apple cider vinegar. Not a ton, because you don't want it too runny, but maybe 2 tablespoons-ish. And then we will stir this up, and I might even glaze up the ham with this. You know what? maybe a little layer of one and the layer of the other. There you have it. Nice hot honey. Oh, where are we there? It's nice hot honey. I'm gonna put this on. So I run this on the sink, or sorry, on the sink. Taste it up. Nice, nice, nice. On the stove till you get a boil. Then I run it through a strainer just to make sure there's no kind of solids in it. Try to clear it back up a little bit. Okay, I will take you guys out with me as I put the meats on. Don't mind the camera gear. Okay, we are heading out to this is where, they say, this is where more magic happens in my bedroom for sure. Don't tell my fiance I said that. But these are the, oh, sorry guys. Oh, sorry guys. Do not know what happened there. But like I was saying before it cut out, that's the Myron Mixon 64-inch. Not using that today, using this because I also have 2 beauty slabs of bacon on there that I'm doing right now. So got that maple bacon ready for Christmas. Just cooking that up. Again. Yeah. You know what? I got no tongs on here, but we're doing it old school. It is what it is. Bacon's on. We can wash our hands after. Ham goes on in the hotter spot. Roast. Bacon, ham, roast. What is better about this time of year? Oh, there we go. So that is, everything is on. See if we can do that. Hey, there's the dog. Pool's all closed up for the year. Okay. Then there is our honey. And I'm going to get everything washed, get everything ready, because I'm gonna do dirty rice, cornbread, and some stuffing. So I got a little bit until that meat's cooked. So I'm gonna go prep that, and then I'm gonna jump on for the 2 of 3. So if you guys enjoy this, come back, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. If not, and if I never see you again or hear from you guys again, I appreciate all of you guys. Tim, please talk to somebody, buddy. That stuff is never fun. You never want to go at it alone, so do your best, bro, and make sure you talk to someone. And I will be back in about an hour. Thanks, guys. Ciao. Bye.